I received a request to make a sign for a little girl's bedroom wall, and here are the steps I went through to create such a sign. I am going to use Vectric Aspire, but this would work in VCarve as well, so here we go. Okay, now we're in Aspire, and I'm setting the dimensions of my stock. Okay, accept those dimensions. And now I'm going to create the text for the sign. The little girl's name is Stella. Then I'm going to find the kind of the font. The customer wanted it kind of curly, sort of cursive with some curl to it. So let's see what font we got here. Okay, it looks pretty good. Let me make that bigger. Just click and drag and expand that out so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, now I'm going to convert it to curves. Right click and then convert to curves. Now each piece is its own element. And on the end, with the letter A, they wanted some extra curl. So I need to modify that. So I'll go into the S tool, or polyline, and just kind of rough out a shape that I think might look good. So kind of playing it by ear here. I think it looks pretty close. Yeah, kind of like that. And now I'll do a smooth of the curve. It looks a little better. Okay, accept that. And then I'm going to duplicate this. So accept it. Control C on it, Control V, made another copy of it. Now I'm going to attach it to this inside of the tail of the A here. Kind of get a feel for how it's going to look. Let me hold the end point here and the lowest point, I think. Alright, now I'm going to adjust the width. Bring that in, adjust the height, bring that down. It looks pretty close, but when I do that, that moves it off of the, if you notice it moved it off the bottom there. So I'll just readjust that, put that back up on there. Alright. Yep, missed. Maybe get it a little closer to the, so it's kind of tangent to that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Now, you got to fix the tip of this thing. So let me smooth the curve out. Preview that. Looks pretty good. Okay. And now, I got to put the end on the. Oh, I just noticed the bottom here is off. I'll fix that in a second. I'm just gonna ballpark an end on this. Let me zoom in, adjust the nodes on it since that's kind of ugly there. So stretch that out a bit. Now straighten this so that it just kind of blends smoother. Move that over a little bit. It looks pretty good. And now I need to combine these, put them into the, let me first remove all the extraneous stuff. Using the scissors, I can clip out what I don't want. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Zoom in here, get rid of this little piece. Okay. And then overlap into the A. I'm going to have to get, well, let me group this first. Okay. Well, I'm going to weld it. Nope, that doesn't look, nope. Screwed that up. Let me undo that. Okay, now I'll make it a one continuous curve. Okay, preview that. Looks pretty good. Okay, I think I need to adjust this bottom part of the curve here. Get these all in one piece. Weld it. Okay, now I need to adjust this bottom curve. I don't like that. It doesn't look right. So let's go into the node editor. Yeah, drag that down a little bit, get some a little more curve to it. It looks too straight. Yeah, adjust that a little bit, and a little bit more. Kind of stays even along it. That's close enough. Yeah, let me move that a little bit. Yeah, there you go. I think it looks pretty good. Alright, now let me get rid of all the other overlapping pieces. Get rid of that. Cut this off. There, that. Get rid of that one. That one. I think that about does it for those. Okay, close that. And now the outer part of the TLLA is all one piece. Okay, now let me adjust this S, make it a little more, kind of lean over it a little bit. I'll give it some height. And I'll use this envelope tool to kind of stretch it a little bit. Kind of bring it up diagonally. Yeah. Bring the bottom out a little bit. Get a little more tilt there. Bring that over. Now bring this up. There. It's kind of got some decent curve to it. So I'll close that. And got the S. Each of the outside part here is all one piece. Okay. Now let's group that. Wait a minute. Yeah. Weld that as all one piece. Nope. Gave me an error there. So yeah, I'll fix that as one piece now. Now I can weld it. There. Now all of those are going to be in the outside cuts. And here's the whole thing. You highlight this, copy, bring all these pieces together. And I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Use the rotate tool, enter 90, apply it. See, it's too big for the stock. So let's close that down and make some adjustments here. The control, I'm doing a shift click. So it'll resize from all dimensions, all sides. And let me center it. There we go. Still a little big. And make some more adjustments. Kind of work this little by little here. It's getting closer. Move that out. There. Let's get pretty close. Shrink that in so the bit stays within the stock. There. I think I like that. Looks good. Okay, now let's group the S and the TELLA, the outside pieces. They're going to be cut, so I group those together. Let me group the inside cuts. So I'll get that one. Alright, now group those. So now each section has its own grouping. And it's time for the toolpaths. So, yep, there's the inside ones. Let's go over and do some toolpaths. Let's check the material settings. Set this to Z. You hit Z equals, and it'll pull over your Z value, your thickness of your material. Okay, accept that. And now let's do a profile cut, but on the, let's see, I'm going to use an 1/8 inch end mill. Alright, set that, the depth, and we're going to do an inside cut, since these are the inside of the letters. Calculate that, and I'll go ahead and preview that selection. That should cut out, and double click them, each one, and there they are. See what's going to get cut out. Okay, close that. Go back to the 2D view. Now let's pick the outside cuts. Do another profile. Use the same 1/8 inch and now, and make sure we pick outside. Okay, calculate that. Oh, I need to adjust my depth of cut. Okay, go back up. Let me get rid of this one here. I'll just redo it. Okay, close that. Go back into, okay, I got the outside selected. Profile, I'm going to set this right to Z. So you put in Z equals, and we'll bring it over. Make sure it's outside cut. And we'll click calculate. See what it does. Let me preview that selection. There you go. Let me double click the outside. That should all go away. And there's our basic output of our sign, a simulation of it. That looks, I think, pretty good. It's got the curl on the end that customer wanted. S has got some nice curl. So yeah, I kind of like it. Looks pretty good. Okay, I'll save the files and take them to the machine. I'm using an Axiom Precision AR8 Pro, and it has a 2-foot by 4-foot bed. I load the file in from the USB drive and let her run. And here's the final sign after cutout. A little sanding of the edges just to take some of the burrs off. And I think it came out pretty good. I'm sure the customer is going to love it. Thank you.